Vigilante Williamson here with a very simple question. That is, what in the world's happened to my channel ever since I made that Lamar Jackson video? There's so many comments. I wish I could reply to all of them. I tried to reply to most of them. But there's one thing that I keep seeing in those comments that I have to address. And I'm gonna address a bunch of stuff all in this video. It is that this is on me. I'm not blaming y'all. I should have done a better job of explaining this in the video itself than I did. But I said I would take Goff over Lamar Jackson. I think maybe because you guys are Ravens fans and you guys have had a franchise that has 2 Super Bowls the past 25 whatever years, and you're always competing for your division, and you've had good teams year after year, more often than not you're in the playoffs. You don't understand what it's like liking a poverty franchise. The amount of just appreciation you have for the motherfuckers you have. Yes, Lamar Jackson is more than likely a better quarterback than Jared Goff. I don't even know why I'm saying more than likely, because even in the damn game yesterday, Jared Goff throwing a shovel pass to no one drives me crazy. Jared Goff actually drives me crazy at times. But my franchise has 1 playoff win in 32 years, and it was yesterday, and I'm still high off of it. It's like we won the Super Bowl. I could not believe the Lions won a playoff game, because I remember Joey Harrington. Y'all probably don't even know who Charles Rogers is. I remember Charles Rogers' commercial. I'm Charles Rogers, and he gave his college stats. I don't remember what they were, like 50 touchdowns or some shit. He was a wide receiver for Michigan State, and he never did anything. I remember Matt Millen. I remember John Kitna. I remember Dan Orlovsky getting a safety on himself. I remember us going 0-16. I remember us having a 6-2 start one of the years with John Kitna, and then going 1-7 the rest of the year. I remember all these things. So for this team here to have gotten to a division title the first in 30 years and a playoff win the first in 32 years, I'm not trading no player for nobody. I wouldn't trade Goff for Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't trade Amon-Ra St. Brown, aka the Sun God, for Tyreek Hill. I wouldn't trade Aiden Hutchinson for TJ Watt. Even though all those players you can say are better than the players on our team, I wouldn't trade D-Mont or Gibbs for CMC. I wouldn't do it because this collective has came together and done something no collective of Lions teams has been able to do for 32 years. And if you don't have a poverty friend, if you're not a Browns fan or maybe a Bills fan, I don't even think you can comprehend what this is like. I'm sure a lot of y'all too young to, who was John Kitna? He used to be for the Bengals, and then he was our quarterback for a while. He was one of our better quarterbacks. Who is Joey Harrington? You don't know who these names are. You didn't see them play. You didn't see them falter year after year after year. And we had a couple years, Megatron and Stafford got us to the playoffs like once or twice. I feel like they got us like 3 times altogether, because it was one time with my man Jim Schwartz, who wasn't a terrible quarterback or terrible coach. He was okay. And then Jim Caldwell, which before Dan Campbell, I would have told you Jim Caldwell was the best coach in our franchise history, because he even got us there without Megatron. We had a 9-7 year and was able to make it. But if you don't have a poverty franchise, you don't understand what it's like for that team to finally come together. So no, not on his merits and his apples to apples. The motherfucker Jared Goff is a strip sack waiting out the front door. He has no mobility. He's not exact opposite of Lamar. No mobility. He doesn't know what to do with the pocket breaks down. It's a nightmare, and it frightens me every time he doesn't just get that ball out in 3 to 4 seconds, and he starts doing anything else other than a direct pass. It starts to frighten me. But I would still take Goff because he's the quarterback that led my team to the first playoff win in 32 years. So that hopefully explains that. I could probably, maybe I should end this video and talk about all the other subjects I wanted to talk about in another video, but I'm gonna keep going. Please like the video if you like what we're doing. Like, share, subscribe. We are on our way to 250. We at 230 now. Thank you everybody who subbed. Trying to get to 250. So I got another thing to address. The racial issue. Some people hate me, and because I'm supposedly trying to, I guess I'm Jason Whitlock all of a sudden, because I didn't go super hard with the racial issue. And then other people, I went too hard with the racial issue. This shows you can never satisfy anybody. Going again with Lamar Jackson, why don't people like him? And another mistake I made in that video, I didn't show the examples. I saw just a random comment on the internet like, damn, people still on this Lamar Jackson bullshit? That's crazy to me. So I had to toss a video out there. Not knowing, man, I'm a small channel. I can get 2 views, or in this case, 2,000. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've gotten both on this channel. So in any event, sports, as much as I love them, as much as you just heard the passion I have for the Lions, is rigged, bro. It's fake, and a lot of these motherfuckers are Freemasons. Earlier in this season, and then you can check the videos, I was about to ride and slide verbally, because I'm too old. I'm an old ninja. I'm about to fight nobody. But I was ready to go for Deion Sanders so hard, guys, because it made no sense for one of the most corrupt sports in college football, a sport where they had sent girls to people's locker rooms. They built up arcades for visits for recruits that didn't exist. When the recruit finally get there full time, that whole room is cleared out. They've done all, they've given money, they've given cars, they've given, like I said, women, all this stuff to 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. This sport has been corrupt for decades. And finally the rules change where they can make a little money. And finally the rules change where they can transfer a little easier. And you have a coach who's charismatic and is using his charisma, using his status for the betterment of his franchise. Of course, he has a son that's a great quarterback, and another, as he said, second son, Travis Hunter, who probably should only be playing one side of the ball. I think they're doing too much with him, especially with the injuries. And so I was shocked that he was getting so much hate. I was like, okay, this has to be racism. And it quote unquote is, but here's the gimmick, guys. Come to find out, this man Deion Sanders is in a dress singing like a virgin. Homie, he's compromised. And that means if he's compromised, every story around him is compromised. It's a work. Sports have 2 purposes, like a lot of entertainment. Make the most money they can, and with this Fox bet, MGM bet, DraftKings, shit, even the Lions game, the Rams covered the spread if you paid attention. But all this gambling, and then it's for societal messing with us. That's why Josh Giddey can talk to a 15-year-old allegedly, and Ime Udoka goes through this, and it's to drive you crazy as a brother. So you should see this and say, what the fuck is going on? But all these motherfuckers is Freemasons. All these motherfuckers doing the little strange things behind closed doors. And even when I saw Deion in a dress, I said, I'm not talking no more about him. I think I made one more video about him, and that was it. I was done. I was ready to slide on the racial tip. But I remember, oh no, he's in a dress. This is all compromise. This is all work. It's nothing to see here, because if you go down that road, it'll lead to destruction. You got to recognize that in sports. That's why, that's a mini example of why I don't go super hard with the racial politics, because a lot of it's intentional for the purposes of making you madder than you are in your regular day with all these millionaire Freemasons talking stuff. So, okay, those are the 2 points I really had to get across from the Lamar video. And plus, I just want to big up the Lions again. Winning the first, even though it's a script, the script finally said for my franchise to win its first playoff game in 32 years, go to the division, win the division, first time in 30 some odd years. And hey, we got a second playoff game at home. Shout out to the division rivals, Green Bay Packers, for setting everything right with the Force after that BS call in Dallas. We should have had the 2 seed anyway. We didn't get it. Dallas, here we go to get blown out. And now we got essentially the rewards of the 2 seed. So everything's right. The ball don't lie. So, okay, I know it was a long video. We talked about a lot of stuff. I hope you like what we do over here. So if you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged, shoot, share, subscribe, please do so. I'm about to watch Buffalo and Pittsburgh, and then watch the Bucks and the Eagles to see who the Lions are going to play. I'll talk to you guys later. This video may come out in between that, though. But that's what I'm about to do right now. I love you all. Peace.